All episodes of the Terrible Gamers podcast contain subject matter and language that some audiences may find offensive. The opinions expressed during the podcast are conversational in nature and expressed only for comedic purposes. We are not licensed by any game company, we just enjoy playing games. Not all the facts will be correct, but we will attempt to be as accurate as possible. By listening to this podcast, you understand that it is solely for entertainment purposes. Listener discretion is advised.
You know I don't play video games no more. Tiny bit of video game. I guess I still play fucking video games. Yeah!
Yes, I do.
All right, welcome back to another episode. Okay, Kyle's gonna go grab another beer, real quick.
My first beer.
That thing, yeah. We haven't even. Well, I started drinking.
Holy shit.
What's matter?
Nothing. It's not like there's way too much beer in there.
There is a lot of beer in there.
When I left, there was just the leftovers. There's just a couple of my Leinenkugels. Now there's a massive amount of beer in there.
Well, we gotta play drink. So.
We are set up for that for sure.
So welcome back to Terrible Gamers, the podcast. Oh, good job, because I'm pretty sure I lost my words there, so maybe because it was the beer. I don't know what it was. Anyways, Terrible Gamers podcast, the only retro video game podcast in Brentwood, Indiana, Northwest Indiana, and possibly Chicagoland, because no one is stupid enough to do it, except for us. So I'm Kevin. With me always is
Kyle.
Welcome back to another episode. I'm not even going to start saying episode numbers anymore, because the last time we recorded a few, we jumbled that all up.
Well, yeah, and we're definitely saving one that we re-recorded.
Yeah.
For it's just too good to just throw out there randomly. It's
correct.
We have to have. Maybe it'll be the Valentine's Day.
We have to build that one up.
I think we did talk about doing a sexy one though. I want to say we talked. I think we alluded to it in one of the ones we recorded right before that on that night.
Yeah, probably.
So people know that we did one about
sexy
games.
Sexy. Let's go and get sexy in here. All right. So today's episode is about Black Friday games.
Yeah, we were coming up on Black Friday.
As of this recording.
Yes. Well, the plan is to put this one up for Black Friday, or right around Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah.
So I had the idea of let's talk about big games that came out. So we have our list of the best-selling games. Doesn't matter the platform. We're going to kind of work through it, talk about thoughts, and just kind of look at the trend. I think in our little bit of research here, we kind of noticed some trends that definitely pop out about the best-selling games of all time.
Yeah, I'd say. I was surprised about some of the time frames of when they were released, too.
But let's just, right off the bat, and I guess, I feel like I've heard this before, but when you see it, oh yeah, I guess it is. The top-selling game of all time is Minecraft. And I want to say, they market it as, the best-selling game ever, but it's just, it's a free game.
And when was that release date?
Is it free?
The release date of Minecraft, November 18th, 2011.
Mm-hmm.
So for 22 years, sorry, I had to do the quick math.
It's been a while.
The 22 years, it has over 300 million sales, according to this article. Just kidding, it's Wikipedia. So there's no
300 million sales.
Yep. Which is absolutely insane. And again, talking about Black Friday, it was released November 18, 2011, which is right around Black Friday. So the whole point of this episode is to talk about the, I guess, correlation between game companies releasing games around, when they release it during the year, and is there any significance to that? And it's going to be a lot of speculation today.
Yeah, we try to do some research on this.
There's not much research. You would have to literally look up every single game.
Yeah, and the problem is when you Google it, it just pulls up Black Friday deals.
Current year Black Friday. I know, that's what I was just
I just kept hitting that wall. I'm like, I don't care.
If this was our full-time job, we would have every single one of these games released. You know,
Oh yeah, and knowing what the metrics were
yes,
for sure.
but that's not a possibility right now, unless all of you can help us.
Yeah.
We would love to do nothing but that research. I would love it. That'd be great.
Definitely would be.
I legit actually like doing research. I know it's weird, but so the second game that's on this list was not released as far as sales. I sorted by sales.
You went back to sales, okay?
I went back to sales. In the second, what is this? The highest, the best-selling video games of all time.
Yes.
190 million. Grand Theft Auto 5,
which came out September 17th, which led us to another speculative theory that games come out earlier to get an initial big push, and then this would have been probably 2 months later, another push for the Christmas sales.
I think I need to correct myself.
Okay.
I think when we were talking about Minecraft, did I say 22 years?
You did. Yeah, you said
And
22.
both of us, it just went right over.
I wasn't looking at the numbers. I was
thinking 2023. I'm sorry. So
12.
my math is really bad today.
12 years.
12 years. So for the last 12 years, not 22, 12 years, it has sold over 300 million. And so Grand Theft Auto for the last 10 years has sold over 190 million copies.
Well, it helps when
just
you don't
insane.
come out with another one.
That's true. Which that's coming.
Yes.
So
what,
that's
2027?
I don't know. I think they just released it. I think it's coming out next year.
I think they've said that for the last 5 years.
Well, but they actually put out the trailer.
Yes, I know they
now.
put something out.
The Grand Theft Auto 6, and it's VI for Vice City because they're going back to Vice City. Which is, I'm so excited. Vice City was one of my favorite Grand Theft Autos of all time. All right, so looking at this, the next highest one that was around Black Friday, I have a feeling this was with a release
Well, see,
of a
here's
system.
the weird thing is, you're talking about Tetris, correct?
No, I'm talking about the one below that.
Okay, I
The
was gonna
next
say-
one around Black Friday.
Well, the one that bothers me about the Tetris is it says it was released in 2006. Like that, what?
for the mobile, EA Mobile.
A different company put it out? Okay.
No, for your phone. EA Mobile for your phone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the developer was EA Mobile.
Yeah, which one knows for your phone. But it's a multi-platform. Yeah, it was not... That's not the original.
Tetris, right?
Yeah, Tetris through EA is not the regular
original.
Tetris.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Sorry, I didn't
yeah.
look
No,
at it.
you're good.
Yes, the next one was with, I want to say with that system when it came out.
The Nintendo Wii.
The Nintendo Wii, yes.
Which was November 19th, 2006. And that game is the legendary Wii Sports.
Wii Sports. What was it? Bowling, tennis,
Golf.
Was there a baseball game on there?
There was baseball, yep.
Everyone played that shit.
I still have it.
There'd be people at college parties, beer pong, flip cup, Wii Sports. Like that's what people were fucking.
We're laughing about it, but it's true.
That's what
we were
fucking
that
happened.
lame.
But that's where that 2006 is when I was at college. I turned 21 in 2006.
Yeah.
Like that was there from then on.
Yep. Oh, before we get too much further, the listeners, they want to hear, what are we drinking today?
Oh, I am still working on those Leinenkugel red lagers.
So I have introduced a new beer
New to the podcast.
Yes, into our repertoire. It is not new to me, and it is not a new beer by any means.
Yeah.
It's actually a very old company, but this is the IC Light, or also known as Iron City beer, from the Pittsburgh Brewing Company, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Actually, Creighton, Pennsylvania. So, IC Light. It is a fabulous beer. It is actually my favorite beer. I love my Miller Lights.
I was gonna say it's not much different than Miller Lite.
It is not much different than Miller Lite, but I do love my Miller Lights. But the IC Light is definitely my favorite because of where I grew up.
It's a black and yellow.
It's
can.
a black and yellow can. It's all yellow with a little bit of black.
Penguins, Pirates, Steelers.
Absolutely, and it is delicious.
The city of two colors.
Yes, and it is delicious.
3 rivers and
3 rivers, 2 colors.
2 colors.
So, yes, that is the beers that we are drinking today and enjoying. So,
I also did grab an IPA before I left the house. I threw it in the cooler. So it's a Foggy Geezer. It's an IPA from War Pigs and Three Floyds. They worked together to make a few beers. That's a good one.
awesome. Well, that'll be a good one to try later.
We also, a new introduction, which that beer will be if I get to it tonight or on this episode. I grabbed a flavored whiskey from Old Smoky in Gatlinburg. It's a salted caramel whiskey. So it's good tasting stuff.
I love me some whiskey, some bourbon. All right.
That was a tangent.
It's okay. It is always okay.
But yeah, so Wii Sports comes at number 4. Did you give the number? Almost 83 million sales.
I did not.
82.9
82.9
million sales of Wii Sports. Actually, I'm going to click on this really quick. What were all the games on there?
These are
boxing. We forgot boxing.
Oh yeah. How could we forget about boxing?
Boxing, bowling, golf, baseball, tennis. That's what you got with Wii Sports. And then there's some other. What's the next? And those were all. Okay, so top 4. Minecraft, November 18th. Grand Theft Auto 5, September 17th. Tetris, September 12th. Wii Sports, November 19th. The top 4, you could make an argument that Black Friday was a big influence on them. Because the next one is at December 20th, which I don't even know what this game is. PUBG Battleground?
Yeah, Players Unknown Battleground. That is like a Call of Duty. Yeah, it's like a Fortnite Call of Duty
Battle Royale game.
Yes.
I haven't even heard of it. That's wild to me. That's clearly a Christmas release. And then you got Mario Kart 8, which came out in spring. September. Then Super Mario Brothers for the Nintendo came out September 13th, 1985, which easily could have had a big push at Black Friday as well. But the next clear Black Friday release, I'm going all the way down to, I don't know, there's not numbers next to it, but it's another Mario game.
Okay.
But then you start to see that another great kind of platform presence, Pokemon games. So the first one to show up on the list for the Game Boy Color at 29.49 million sales is Pokemon Gold, Silver, Crystal.
That one was 100% a Black Friday release.
Oh yeah.
That date, November 21st, 1999. There is no doubt that they purposely released that for Black Friday.
Right, because the other Red, Green, Blue, Yellow was end of February, the only February release on this list. And then you got Sword and Shield in 2019 was a November release, November 15th. Like, that's clearly going for Black Friday.
Yeah.
So Pokemon stuck their stake in. Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, November 18th, 2016. That was before Sword and Shield. I mean, like, Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, September 28th. Like, that's a little bit earlier, but still, like, it's showing you, like, that's what they're shooting for, those sales. Black Friday, it's a big driving influence on these sales.
Mario Kart DS, November 14th, 2005.
Now, that might be my favorite. I love the DS.
Yeah. Mario Kart DS was definitely a solid one. There was one I was looking at. Oh, so the Grand Theft Autos. So Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, 27.5 million sales. October 26, 2004.
Right.
I would argue...
Put it out a month early and just ride that wave.
Yeah.
Because by the time it would normally dip, like you'd say games have a big 2-3 weeks.
I'd say at least a 2 weeks
surge of sales, and then you got 2 weeks where it goes down, but then it's Black Friday, you shoot it right back up.
Yep. There was also another game. I guess if we talk about ones that were released just recently, it came up on the screen, that's why I want to talk about it, is one that just came out today as of this recording. So if you want to know when this this episode was recorded, it was released when Super Mario RPG, the remake for the Switch, was released. As you may know, some of you Super Mario fans, Super Mario RPG, The Legend of the Seven Stars, came out originally on the Super Nintendo, which is what the episode that was just released as of this recording.
Episode 7 was our Super Nintendo.
Yeah, was our Super Nintendo one.
Super Power or whatever the hell we called it.
We did mention Super Mario RPG in that, but we did not play it. That was not a game that we actually physically played. I've
never played this. Is this like Pokemon?
It's very similar to Pokemon. You're fighting. It's role playing and it's back and forth, more like Final Fantasy.
Okay.
So you're going around and trying to, defeat the bad guys. Yeah. So, I think the big thing with video game releases is Black Friday is a big push. And I'd say that this time of year, October, November, and it's the holidays. The holiday seasons are the biggest pushes for video games. I mean, based off this list,
When it's going out.
Yeah.
And this list has 7 Pokemon games on it, by the way.
And they all came out in November. Most of them.
Well, yeah, there's one winter release in February. The rest are all either October or November. Or sorry, one of them might have been September, the one I was just talking about.
What about... Okay,
the Diamond was September, but end of September. Like, it's close enough.
What about Super Mario Odyssey? That's October 27, 2017.
I would say that's doing what GTA did.
Right? They're trying to build the hype up before the Black Friday.
They're giving you that 2-3 weeks of solid, I need this game. Then it ebbs and flows, goes down. And then guess what? It's Black Friday, so you send Grandma out to buy the game. You put it on the list for Grandma to buy because there was a $50 game.
That wasn't a release with it. The game that actually came out with the PlayStation, with the Nintendo Switch was Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. That got released. That got released the day the Switch was released. Yeah.
Yeah, because you could get the Switch, the special version of it. Like they do the stupid Call of Duty Xboxes.
Yes.
There was releases of the Breath of the Wild where you got like the extra Joy-Cons and shit like that.
Yeah. I just think it's there's so much power behind the Black Friday and the sales and the holidays. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, I'm not arguing that. It's crazy when you go back and look at this list and it's like, I would say even some of these that are on here, like, okay, Grand Theft Auto 4. Grand Theft Auto 4 had a big following, right?
Very much so, yeah.
And that was only, I mean, that was out for, when did...
end of April.
So 4 or 5 years before Grand Theft Auto 5. Grand Theft Auto 5 came out, and that was only 5 years later. Now we're talking... 10 years before, and Grand Theft Auto 6 has just been officially announced. That
so it'll be 11 before it's out.
Correct. So, but I think the thing is, like, that came out in April, and 4 plus 6 is 10, so a half year later, now you can discount that because it's been out for 6 months. So now when it comes around to Black Friday, if you release in April, you can...
I feel like they don't discount.
I don't think they do either. With the big games like that, I don't feel like there's any discounts.
They'll discount stuff. Well, so like maybe that. So yeah, maybe GTA 4 that came out in April, it might be $10 off.
That's what I'm saying though. Like you would think like there would be a benefit to release earlier in the year
to get a double
to
release,
get higher sales.
You think?
But this list says differently.
Well, look. So let's talk about the metrics of it. There's some March, some April, a little bit more May. Then there's I don't know 1 or 2 Junes on here. I don't think I saw a July. Maybe 1 July. There's no August. Yeah, I do see 1 July. Couple June. 0 big releases in August. Then September, October, November are big on this list. December's got a couple. January's got nothing. February's got one. March has a couple, and then you're back to April, May. And like they stayed away from.
So September, October, November. If a game is getting released anytime in September,
the sweet
October, November, that game company is basically saying that this game is going to be big time.
That's what it looks like. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, based off of this list. Now that might not be true.
Right. There's a few on here that are April, May, and I think those are the games they're like, I want this game to be played all summer. So they put it out at the end.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Mm-hmm.
Prime example, May 29th.
Mm-hmm. That was the last day of school for me a couple of times. Like sometimes I'm already out of school by like
The Witcher
22nd.
3 Wild Hunt, May 19th, 2015. Overwatch, May 24th, 2016.
Yeah, they're looking
1,
for
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The top 10 in overall sales in order of release dates, and I'll just do the month: November, September, November, December, May, September, October, May. If you're not releasing a game in September, May, or November, you are doing that game a disservice. Based off the top 10 alone.
Or they just save the games they know are going to be big.
Correct.
For that.
Correct.
There's nothing saying like had they released Minecraft in January, it wouldn't have done the numbers it did.
Absolutely.
But
no,
they're
I'm
looking
just
at the metrics
I'm
and
just
they're
saying
making these choices.
if you're looking at the top 10,
That's a clear.
there is a clear
It's heavy in the.
2 to 3 months that you want to release a game in.
Would this be the fourth quarter of the year?
Yeah, we're in the fourth quarter of the year.
Is that what they call it? Business people?
I know this is actually the second quarter of the
Right, they
business
started-
because it's July to June.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to release second quarter, or you want to release in your fourth quarter.
Interesting stuff.
Yeah, and this is all, of course, this is 100% speculation.
Right.
You know,
We
but-
sound super smart though.
We do. I mean, looking at this, and that's the thing. That's what I like about like stats and like when you're looking at data like this, it's like you can interpret it however you want.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I'm looking at the top 10 selling games of all time,
I want to release in the fourth and the second quarter. Yeah.
where do I release it? Do I release it in August? No top game in the top
ever.
25, 30. This might be the top 50. I don't know what this list is. I didn't count. But this basically is saying that if you release top 10, November,
so
September.
when you told me that August stat, my first thought was that's when American kids go to school in August.
Yeah, so you're not going to release a game when they're getting ready to go back to school.
But I wonder, like, Japan's got to be a huge market for video games, and this is worldwide sales, correct?
Yeah, it's got to be worldwide sales because
Japan goes to school all fucking year.
Yeah, it does. It is worldwide because if you look at the Super Mario Brothers release date, it says September 13th, 1985. But I know that Super Mario Brothers was looped in with the Nintendo Entertainment System, and that wasn't released until October of 1985. You know, I think it was late October.
Right. So this was the Japan release.
So that's just the original, actual initial release.
Yeah.
Now, I will say that most of these, like the Wii Sports, I can almost guarantee that the November 19th, 2006
was worldwide.
Most
likely.
In North America, along with the Wii.
Yeah, definitely a lot of speculation on a lot of this, but when you look at it, dates and numbers, they're just there.
Yeah.
One thing we haven't covered yet is another big. It was the first game I thought of with the Black Friday releases. Is your Call of Duty games?
Call of Duty.
We got Modern Warfare on here. That was the original Modern Warfare 2019. No, it wasn't.
Yep.
There's been like 3 Modern Warfare.
Oh yeah.
Like literally called Modern Warfare, not like one
no.
or
This
two.
is the newer Modern Warfare. That was the 20. This is the 2019. Okay, so let's just. I want to talk about this real quick
because Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 came out November 8th, 2011, but Call of Duty Modern Warfare came out October 25th, 2019. So they've definitely made it a little bit confusing.
Here's what's crazy. The highest selling Call of Duty on this list, according to this list, at 30 million copies, is Call of Duty Modern Warfare from 2019.
and that's the most recent
and
iteration
that's the most
of Modern Warfare. Because there's been a Modern Warfare 2, and
there's a new Modern Warfare 2 that just came out.
No, that's 3. That's clearly Modern Warfare 3. In the last 2 weeks it came out.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. So, but what I'm saying is they released a new Modern Warfare, a new Modern Warfare 2, and a new Modern Warfare 3 just recently. Yeah.
Well, because there is a Modern Warfare 3 on this list, but it's the one from 12 years ago.
So stupid.
Well, think of
can you
name.
come up with a different name? Like for real?
But Black Ops is also on this list. That's clearly a November 9th, 2010.
Right, so let me just 1, 2, 3.
Oh, they put those out back to back. Black Ops came out November 9th, and then Modern Warfare 3 came out November of 2011. Like, they did back to back, nearly selling similar 26 million and change for both.
So Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 release is ranked 24th, ranked 24th with Diablo 3 on sales.
Dude, Call of Duty came out 3 years in a row.
35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. This is 50. Top 50.
The list we're looking at?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You didn't have to count them. It says it in the paragraph right above.
Oh.
Other publishers with multiple entries in the top 50 include...
Among the top 50 best-selling on this list. You son of a bitch.
But literally, Call of Duty went back-to-back-to-back years. Top-selling game, 2010, 2011, and 2012. Call of Duty Black Ops, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, Call of Duty Black Ops 2. That was 2010, 2011, 2012.
See, to me, that's stupid as hell.
I heard somebody laugh.
Yeah, somebody definitely laughed at us. I don't...
It's so dumb. They sold millions and millions of copies.
But it's like Madden. Like, you're re-releasing Madden.
I want to say Call of Duty was like Madden. It was I'm going to blow people up Madden for 3 fucking years in a row.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you joining us, or are you just making fun of us in your head?
I just laughed because I was at the top of the stairs and I heard, that's stupid as hell. And I thought I was going to go out and get a drink.
So we may have some guests today. I don't know about this episode, but maybe on our next episode.
Yeah, we'll see.
But we'll see. So we're still debating.
I think they're debating. We're not doing anything.
Yeah. Let's see.
But that segues into, like I said, this year, because Modern Warfare 3 is a big release. November 10th. So that was last week.
Yeah, last week. Okay, so what are the new games coming out now?
So I don't know if this is a list of like what this criteria. I don't know if it's ranked, but number 1 we have Warhammer, Age of Sigmar. That's going out on the big ones: PC, PS5, Xbox. Persona 5, Tactica. Don't know what that is. Came out a few weeks ago. I think the big ones this year are, like I said, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 and Bluey, the game based on the...
Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
Like the kid show Bluey?
Uh-huh. I think it's going to be insanely huge. I don't know what the game is like, but I've heard...
Can't wait for Bluey!
I've heard rumblings of this game. Like, it is supposed to be big deal. What else is coming out? There's a Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. Dungeons 4, which
didn't that come? I felt like that already came out though.
Yeah, this is just around this time. What has recently come out? Because we're Black Friday's next week.
No, Nintendo Brawls. You said
this is 2 All-Star Brawl 2.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. My bad.
But there's a couple games on here that are like, there's a Wario game coming out called Move It. I don't know what kind of game that is. Came out a couple weeks ago. But then there's also Football Manager 2024. Like, is that trying to be Madden? Is he trying to creep in on the Madden stuff? And one that I'm excited about is RoboCop. I like RoboCop games.
Like a modern RoboCop.
It is on the PS5, Xbox.
Nice.
It's a first-person shooter. But I have no no good data on it. It's got some good scores in the high 70s. But yeah, I don't know. This took me. This link went to some other random notable thing.
I think.
Sorry,
we should. No, you're good. You're good. Oof. I'm trying to look it up, but I'm going. It's going really slow.
What are you trying to look up?
I am looking up.
I can look up this RoboCop game
I'm trying to look up
because I'm honestly
which games, and I'm going to try and revert this back to our whole point of this podcast, which is retro games, right?
I'm going to end up buying a freaking game if I look at this RoboCop thing too long.
While we're sitting here, I'm going to buy this game.
I'm just going to have the PlayStation download
Oh, look,
this.
Bluey the video game, November 17th.
Today.
Okay. I was looking up to see what the new Nintendo expansion packs were.
I have no idea. I don't have one. I didn't mess with that on the Switch.
Like, what are
I
the
think
new...
there's still levels on Mario Kart that I haven't finished.
Yeah,
and that was the big push to get the expansion.
No, and I definitely... I did on the 50cc, but I did not do it on the other one yet. I was looking to see,
my foot
though...
fell asleep.
That's not good. I was looking to see if the expansion pack had a list of games that just came out recently, because those are the games that I'd want to talk about.
Well, and that could also be a push to get people to buy the expansion pack, which is just digital sale.
True.
Where they're selling nothing. They're selling no physical media and just making bank.
Yes. I think the
I'm
cool
gonna do
thing
that.
is if you have not picked up...
Oh my god.
If you have a Nintendo Switch and you have not picked up the expansion pack, I would highly suggest doing it. I
What do you
think
get with the expansion?
with the expansion pack, you
Because I
get...
get Nintendo and Super Nintendo
Correct.
with the family plan.
But if you get the other there's like there's the family plan, and then there's the
then there's
Switch
expansion.
Online Plus expansion pack.
Uh-huh.
You also get Nintendo 64 and Game Boy Advance, and Sega Genesis, and it includes all of the Mario Kart 8 booster packs.
Right, that would be the draw for me. Mario Kart boosters.
It's awesome. I ended up getting that. It has the Nintendo 64 has a bunch of Nintendo 64 games. It has Game Boy Advance. It has Sega Genesis. So
Does it have NFL Blitz?
no, but I have NFL Blitz.
But like,
on
there's
the
only a
64.
few things I would want it for. Like, I have my gameplay time is so limited. It makes me sad.
Oh,
So like, if I'm gonna be dishing out for the expansion pack, like, it's got to be like for the summer or
I get
something,
ya.
and then get rid of it.
yeah, I gotcha.
Like, I just canceled my AMC A-list because I hadn't seen a movie in 6 months, and it's $20 a month for that thing. Yeah, I could see 3 movies a week, but I haven't fucking been there in forever. Last movie I saw was we went and saw the Marvels last weekend, but before that, it's been months. Like,
Yep.
you subscribe to this shit, and you don't use it.
So I think if you get the
Expansion pack.
expansion pack, well, if you just do the online service, the family online service, it comes with Nintendo, Super
And
Nintendo,
it's like $30 a year.
and Game Boy.
Right.
Yeah, but if you do the expansion pack, which is like $70 or $80, maybe a little bit more than that. I don't, off the top of my head, I can't remember. But it also includes the Nintendo 64, Game Boy Advance, and the Sega Genesis, which is awesome. And some of these
Yeah,
games,
because you like just sitting playing Sonic.
yeah. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and play Sonic the whole time, but I mean, it's a
No, but
way.
you said that during our Sega one where Sonic was your fucking jam.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
See, I would play the shit out of Super Mario World, honestly.
Yeah, but like the games right now for like Game Boy Advance, Fire Emblem, Kirby, in the Amazing Mirror, Kuruin, I don't even know what that is. Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, Super Mario Advance, Super Mario World, Super Mario Advance 2, Metroid Fusion, Mario Kart Super Circuit, Super Mario Advance 4, which is Super Mario Bros. 3, Legend of Zelda Minish Cap, WarioWare Incorporated Mega Micro Games, and Yoshi's Island Super Mario Advance 3.
And WarioWare is one of the games that just came out. WarioWare Move It was the game that just came out.
So here it is. So it's $80 for the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack for the family.
Yearly.
Yeah. $80. Honestly, I feel like it's worth it. If you are the only one playing the Nintendo Switch Online for an individual with the expansion pack is $50 a year.
That's not bad.
That is not bad at all.
My issue with the Switch is, so we have two Switches. There's the original one we bought for the kids, got it for Christmas.
Yep.
And that's been the main one. And then a few years later, I bought myself the OLED one to kind of be like a travel one.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't. So if, let's say Jack wants to play something, and me, depending if I downloaded it digitally, I can't play it the same time he does on the primary one because I'm on the secondary Switch. Even though, like, I bought the fucking game. Like, there's little things like that, which I guess I get. I didn't buy 2 copies of it. But that still kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Because it's all under me. I'm the family plan. But that's the thing I don't like about it.
I totally get that.
Well, there's other things, like I had issues playing as, even though I'm the primary one on a secondary Switch, it wouldn't let me play some things. I can't remember what, but I just kind of gave up on it. But it might have had something to do with Wi-Fi issues too.
I think
if it doesn't connect to the internet, it doesn't know that I'm allowed to play it.
Yeah, and so I have the original Switch as well too, but I have a Nintendo Switch Lite that I use a lot because the kids will play.
Which would be the same.
Yeah, roughly the same. It's literally the exact same thing. The only thing is I can't.
But it's the listed Switch as Lite, a secondary, right?
Yeah, the Switch Lite I can't put on the TV. That's the only difference. But I bought the Switch Lite so I could literally take it anywhere and not have to worry about the kids being able to play. And a lot of times I like playing handheld anyways. You know, like I love playing on the TV because, you know, the screen and everything, but honestly, I'd rather play handheld.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm
a handheld guy. Like I grew, you know, of course I grew up playing, you know, my Nintendo, my Sega and everything, but like I was in the car a lot because of like hockey and stuff like that. Like when I had hockey games growing up, like we were traveling 35, 40 minutes to a game. So
so you did that a lot.
What'd I do? Pull out my Game Boy, pull out my Game Boy Advance, you know, whatever it is. So I'd rather play on. I mean, maybe I wouldn't. Maybe I'd rather play on the console. It is better playing on the console, but it is very nice having that portability.
Yeah, the option to do.
Oh my gosh, it's so amazing.
Yeah, I totally get that. That's literally what they're for.
It is. It's great. And you know, people bash the Switch for the quality and everything. I don't think it's that bad.
I don't think it's bad at all. I love the Switch.
I love it. Like I prefer playing.
That's why we have 2 of them.
Yeah, I actually prefer playing Rocket League on the Switch. I think it looks and works better on the Switch than my Xbox Series X. I
do not play it on the Xbox. I've like done it once and I'm like, there's something weird about this. I don't like it. I'll play on the PS5 just fine, and the Switch, like I feel like they're the same.
It looks cleaner handheld on the Switch. Way cleaner. Like I feel like if I had to look at like definition or whatever, I'd feel like the definition looks better on the Nintendo Switch.
I could see that.
And it's a Switch Lite, so it's not even like the OLED one. So like not even the fancy screen. So the other thing that I wanted to talk about with this episode is other gaming type things that came out around Black Friday. And we can't talk about that without talking about something that we played on last episode that just got released, which was the Super Nintendo Classic. The Super Nintendo Classic and the Nintendo Classic, I will verify those dates, but they were released around Black Friday.
Well, that's what I'm pulling up. Just there's a fuckload of personal gaming consoles, but the Xbox was November 15th, 2001. That is clearly a Black Friday release.
Xbox, the original?
The Xbox.
Okay.
Yeah. The Xbox 360, November 22nd, 2005. That's got to be Black Friday.
Yep.
PlayStation 3, November 11th, 2006. Wii, November 19th, 2006. That was an expensive year for some people.
For everyone.
PlayStation 4, November 15th, 2013. Wii U, November 18th, 2012. Xbox One, November 22nd, 2013. Xbox Series X/S, November 10th. PlayStation 5, November 12th. Like, these are clearly when these things are coming out, which goes right with the games because, like you said, Breath of the Wild.
Nintendo Classic release date was November 10th, November 11th in North America. We're in North America. Let's talk about North America. The North American release date for the Nintendo Classic, which is the emulator, the official Nintendo emulator that was released with 20 games, 30 games, that was released on November 11th, 2016. The Super Nintendo Classic Edition, which is what we played our last released episode on, which I have, the Super NES Classic was released in North America, September 29th, 2017. I said it twice because it technically was released June 26th in 2017 as the Super Famicom in
Japan.
Other countries.
Right.
But in North America specifically, it is September 29th, 2017 for a release price of $80.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same with the Switch. It released in worldwide in March 2017, but a handheld focused revision of the system called the Lite was September 20th, 2019, and then the higher end version of the OLED screen that I got, October 2021. Those are clearly looking for that uptick in sales for Black Friday.
Absolutely. I mean, there's no doubt that has a huge. I think Black Friday has a huge. Not even just Black Friday, just the holidays in general.
Right.
I mean,
this is Christmas.
Yeah,
Just call it what it is. It's Christmas sales.
Yeah, the holiday season, whatever you want to call, because I mean, if you're celebrating Hanukkah too, maybe you get that gift as well. But just the holiday season, Christmas time, Thanksgiving time. Your biggest sales are coming around this time of year.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a video game. That I think that
right, like movies are summer. It's the summer blockbuster for
absolutely,
movies.
yeah.
But for video games, it's clearly the holiday season is when it's happening.
Yep. Now there is a lot of. Sorry, gotta fix my mic here as I'm all jacked up. There is a lot of releases that were at the beginning of the summer. We're talking like May, couple Junes.
What are you talking about?
For sales. Okay, so what other? So those were the big consoles, and like I said, the Super Nintendo, the regular Nintendo Classic editions. You went through all the Xboxes, all the PlayStations were released.
All Xboxes and PlayStations are shooting for Black Friday. The Wii U also did, but that's the one.
When was the Switch?
Was in March.
March, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, March 2017.
Yes, that does make sense because I bought.
But the Wii U,
the Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild on the Wii U. I bought it on the Wii U, not on the Switch, because I refused to get a Switch at that point, and now I have both.
I'm gonna quote you from earlier. That's just fucking stupid.
That is fucking stupid. I don't know. But what's even more stupid?
It's like when I buy Blu-rays that I already have the DVD of back in the day.
I was just gonna say, what else is very stupid? I fucking have Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild for both fucking systems. Mm-hmm. I beat it on the Wii U, and then I ended up buying it on the Switch because I'm like, oh, I got the Wii U downstairs, but I'm never gonna play it downstairs. I might as well get it on the Switch because I'm a fucking idiot.
But yeah, this trend of releasing stuff was definitely a more modern thing with these big. Newer game consoles. They weren't doing this with the Super Nintendo. Yeah, 1990 came out November 21st, but I mean, they might have just been, well, when we go, let's just put it out here, because that's the anomaly. Up until the Xbox did it.
Xbox did it.
Like even the PS2 was March. Where's the PS1? I think I must have skipped over it. Oh, Sony PlayStation is why. That came out December 3rd, so they missed Black Friday. But yeah, once the Xbox did it, everyone else was like, well, shit.
Well, because the Xbox was that sold a shit ton, right? I mean, like the original Xbox?
Hold on, I think this column is sales. Units sold, 24 million. There's 24 million Xboxes out there.
Insane. Oh, it's just like Minecraft. 300 million copies of Minecraft. Now, there's
Holy
idiots
shit.
like me. I didn't buy Minecraft on multiple platforms, but that does take into consideration people that are buying it on multiple platforms.
Yeah.
Maybe
Because it's on my Switch, it's on my Xbox, it's on my Xbox 360.
So that's you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're.
I'm 3 of the 300
You're
million.
that fucking idiot, huh?
But I feel like I didn't pay for it on the Xbox.
I know I didn't because I would have never bought it. Because I'm
know.
not the Minecraft player in the house. It's my little guy.
Yeah, and I wasn't until I started actually playing. I was like, oh, I like this. It's just like
I
playing
am
Legos.
not creative enough
I
to
want
be
to say
able to.
I want to say it was free on the Switch, but I might be wrong. I know I bought the physical copy so I could play like offline, but there's at least one copy that I did not pay for.
Okay.
The Wii was sold 100 million. Wii U. Wait, that seems weird. There's 100 million Wiis out there,
It just.
but there's only 13.5 million Wii U's.
Say that again?
The total units sold for the Wii,
Yeah.
101 million
101. Okay.
as of December 31st, 2016.
Okay.
The Wii U, 13.56 million.
That is 100% correct.
That's
the
wild.
Wii U is one of the, in my opinion,
Is a failure.
no, in my opinion, I don't feel like it was a failure.
Selling wise, it seems like it was.
Selling wise, it was a huge failure, and Nintendo did not think it was going to be a failure. They thought they were gonna have huge success with it because they were trying to play off of the Wii name. So they were like, "Oh, the Wii is selling so much, so if we release a new Wii, then people will buy into it." They caused so much confusion.
People just went out and bought the Wii again.
I was one of them. We're like, why do I need a Wii U? I have a Wii. Can I just play the same games? No, because it's a whole new system. But they didn't market it that way. It was like, they probably did, but I don't remember it being marketed like very well. Reggie, the Nintendo guy at the time, I don't feel like he was a good salesperson for the company. I don't think he was that great, but I think he was around for the original Wii, so that's why he made it for so long. But then the Switch comes out.
Yeah, the Switch is at 130 million units sold.
So what makes me mad is that, so
And we bought 4 of them.
between the two of us? Yeah. So what's like the 3DS? Well, that's a whole nother, I'm not even going to go
Oh
down
shit, that's
that
not even on here.
No, I'm not even going to go down there because I have two 2DSs and a 3DS.
That's the same.
It's stupid.
Well, we had 3 people playing Mario Kart
I
at
know.
the same time.
I know.
So we got 3 copies of fucking Mario Kart on the DS too.
Yep. What made me mad was the Wii U. That system was way ahead of its time. For what it was used for, you were able to play handheld. You were able to play on the TV, and you could also do both.
Yeah, simultaneously.
Yes. So, but you could there was games like Zombie U. Zombie U used the Wii pad, the Wii gamepad, as your inventory while you were playing the game on the TV. So you
have to
needed
open it,
both. Yeah. And the other thing is like Wii Sports and stuff like that. You used the Wii Sports Club. You used the gamepad for golf or other games, and it was revolutionary. It was way ahead of its time. So when I found out what the Wii U was, it was already too late for the system because they already announced that they were going to stop making games. And I was like, you know what? There's a big inventory of games, and it was backwards compatible to the regular Wii games. So I'm like, you know what? Let me buy it. Let me see what because I found it for like $120 or something.
Right, because once they gave up on it, they
Yep,
shut
and it was
down.
right before I got it right before the Switch was released. So I probably one of my favorite systems of all time. I just don't play it enough anymore.
Yeah.
Because I have the Switch now, and I refused to get the Switch for so many years because of the Wii U. Because I'm like, all this is an upgraded Wii U.
The Switch is.
The Switch.
Yeah.
But the
I do
Switch,
like it, though.
the Switch
I do
did it
like
better.
it.
I know, me too. I love them both. It's a blessing and a curse because without the Wii U, there's no Nintendo Switch.
wouldn't have
There's
gotten
no Nintendo Switch.
We could say that about everything.
Yeah, Oh, absolutely.
Right, it's all just an amalgam.
I think they would have they would have came out with another handheld, but a Mario. I'm looking at
Is Switch the first one that went HD, or was the Wii U HD? I know the Wii sure as hell wasn't.
The Wii U was HD. The Wii U was HD.
Okay.
Yeah. The gamepad was not. It was like 480p or 480i or whatever it was.
But when you hooked it in the TV, it was HDMI.
There were some games that were 1080.
The Wii was a good old yellow and
yep. The
white
Wii U
and red,
was 480i and then it went up to 480p.
Which is
composite. It went from
nobody could tell the fucking difference.
No,
between those two.
it went from AV to composite.
Whatever. Yeah,
well,
this was more of a history episode. When you think of it.
This was, yeah.
We didn't play a fucking thing.
We did not play a game. I was scrolling through games at one point, but we did not play any games, and I don't really know what else to talk about with this episode. So I'm gonna say this is a good.
Yeah, I think we're
good cutting point for this episode. I know.
You know, one thing I didn't think. So I was thinking throughout this when I had the realization that we haven't played anything. We could have maybe played Mario Kart from this list. We're definitely not going to sit around here and play GTA.
No.
Because you don't need to listen to us pick up hookers. and
then run them over to get our money back.
But would it be interesting to... Do you even have a Call of Duty game?
I have on the PS4, I have Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
I wonder if that would be fun to do an episode of, like... Doesn't have to be Call of Duty, but it could be any sort of online capture the flag kind of gaming, like an episode. Well, like people do like Twitch streams of that, where you just like watching.
Maybe we
can just call it Leroy Jenkins.
Well, you know what we could do is we could find a way to put it on YouTube and play from the PS4 and just stream it, because I'm sure we could find a way to do that. Where we just live stream it.
Yeah, but that could be our, because we're trying to stay away from games that are too intense.
Yeah,
because like we had we're playing not John Madden. Was it John Madden football?
No,
it's Tecmo Bowl. Was it when I played
Sports Talk Football?
What the fuck? Whatever football game we were playing, we just like said it was just heavy breathing for 5 minutes.
Couple coughs.
But I think if we played a game, because I feel like I'm talking all the time when I'm playing games like that. And it's a lot of shit talking, but
Rocket League too.
Oh yeah, we could totally play Rocket League.
We could do
record
Rocket League.
That's
for
sure.
I say I want to definitely focus in on the retro games first.
But that's what I'm thinking. Like other than Mario Kart, what could we play that's like that?
Like a competition type game. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that's definitely something we could look into and look forward to for the listeners, where we just bang. You know what? It needs to be the wrestling games. Because like we touched on a little bit originally, but we never did like a one-on-one match of like, we can go right back to that could be a 1v1 with a nice retro game for us. Something to look forward to.
Yeah, I think that sounds great. So we'll end it right here. For Kyle, I'm Kevin. This is the Terrible Gamers Podcast.
We'll see you next time.
See you next time. Keep on playing.